Hi, this is Becca from BC Cakes. I'm going to show you how to do the Fiesta cupcake DIY kit. So when you open your kit, it's going to come in a box. You're going to take out your wax paper that's on the bottom. You can use that as your work area. Go ahead and take out everything and just kind of put it on the sides. Alright, so your kit also includes a small paper towel. I started including these just so that you can use to sponge on any details. So you go ahead and get your paper towel and you're just going to wet it just a little bit and then wring it out. So it should look like this. Alright, so I'm going to start with the 4-pack. So we have these are our little taco shells. And it's just a circle that I cut out in fondant and then I just kind of folded. So it looks kind of like our little taco shell. So we're just going to dampen just a little bit in the center. I'm just going to open them up a little bit. And so our taco, we have taco meat, we have cheese, maybe some lettuce, and some tomatoes. So I'm going to take out my colors. Alright, so this is my rolled fondant. I'm also going to open up my little container of powdered sugar. I'm just going to put a little on my mat. If the fondant gets a little sticky, you can just kind of roll it in some of the sugar, put some on your hands. Alright, so the taco meat is just going to be kind of like little balls. It doesn't have to be perfect, it's just supposed to look like meat. I'm just going to kind of get some of my brown, just kind of stick it on there. So there's my meat. Put a little more meat in there if you want. Alright, and then let's see, I'm going to add my lettuce. So the lettuce you kind of want to look a little more thin. Just going to kind of roll in between my fingers. They're kind of long. So we got lettuce. Just going to put on there. And then your cheese is going to be your yellow. And it's going to look kind of similar. You could also roll it in your hands like this. I've included a little toothpick. You can kind of just use that to cut the little pieces off if you want. Just kind of get a little bunch of it. Put some cheese on there. Then if you want to add some tomatoes, I maybe make some little circles so you can get a little bit of your red. You make a ball. And just put a couple in there. We don't need too many. Unless you like tomatoes. Oops. Stick that on there. I'm just going to put a couple. I'm going to dampen it a bit and then help it to stick. Alright, so there's that one. Let's see, I still need to do my second one. I'm just going to roll it in my hands or the mat. I'm just going to use this to kind of help cut a few pieces off. Let's see, I just need a good amount. I'm going to stick on there. And then a couple little tomatoes. We'll just do 3. There we go. Alright, so there are my tacos. Got our meat, lettuce, tomatoes, cheese. Alright, so I'm going to put those on the side since those are done. Okay, so the next one is going to be the hat. Let's see, so the hat we can put on your base. You can attach it on there and then decorate the sides in the hat, or you can just decorate the hat by itself. So these are just suggestions. You can do it any way you want. Just remember you want to dampen your piece just a little bit just to kind of make sure the fondant's going to stick. And then you can decorate it any way you want. So say we want to put like a little band of brown on the top. Just going to kind of roll it in my fingers. It's a little sticky, so I'm going to get some of my sugar. And I'm just going to press down on it just to get it a little bit wider. Let's see, and I'm going to use my toothpick just to help cut the edges. Okay, so I got that. Let's see. And then I want to add a little bit of color, so I'll add some orange. And I'm going to roll it in my hands, and I want to make it nice and thin because I kind of want to make some little zigzag patterns. Let's let's see, maybe at the bottom. So I'm just gonna kind of go in a little zigzag pattern. And it doesn't have to be perfect. Like that. Let's see, and then let's add maybe some blue. Let's gonna add some little blue dots, just to make it colorful and fun. I'm gonna redo that one, make it a little bit bigger. So you can design your hat any way you want. Let's see, I'm gonna put a little water on this one, and I'm gonna put my hat on there. So you could also decorate the base if you wanted. You have your toothpick, so if you wanted to make some lines, you could maybe kind of go make some little lines. So just to give it a little detail in the background. And I'm not cutting it, I'm just pushing down slightly to make some little indents. So you can kind of see there's some little lines on there just to give it some detail. Put my hat on there. All right, so there's 1, 2, and then, let's see. So my cactus, I'm gonna get my toothpick, and I'm just gonna kind of make some little indents to make it look more like a cactus. Okay, and then I wanna attach the little flower. I'm gonna put the little flower on there. And then I want to add maybe a little yellow dot to the center. There we go. So that one's going to be by itself. You could also not do the base on that one. And then you can maybe do that if you wanted for the background. So you can do it any way you want. So I'm just going to go ahead and put that there. Let's see, I'm gonna leave that one by itself. Let's see, and then the next one, 1, 2, 3, so I have one more for the 4-pack. Let's see, so I'm gonna put my mustache on here. I'm gonna put that maybe at the bottom. And then these are just some small little triangles. So you can kind of use these to make like a little banner. I'm just gonna attach those on there. Kind of go a little fun banner. Let's see, and then I'm going to use some of my white, and then I'm just going to roll it, and I'm just going to make the little line that kind of links the banner all together. I'm just going to stick that on there. Like that. Let's see, and I want to add some more colors, so maybe some green, maybe add some like little green polka dots. Just gonna roll some little dots in my hands. And again, you can do this any way you want. There's no right or wrong way. Do it, get creative with it, have fun with it. This is just what I'm doing kind of on the fly. So we have our little mustache, we have our tacos, we have our little sombrero hat. Let's see, I think I'm gonna put the chili on the blue one. So the chili is all red, but if you wanna add a little bit more detail, you can sponge at the end right here, use some of your green, and just kind of cover that piece to kind of make it look more like a chili. So it's going to have the little green. We just kind of form it with your fingers. It's just going to go right on top. And then we need to add the little top stem. basically just kind of covering up the red piece. And you can see a little bit of that red, so I'm just going to use my toothpick and I just kind of cut that out. All right, and then I wanted to add some more colorful details because it's a fiesta, so I'm going to add some orange. And I'm going to do something similar that I did with my, actually, you know what? I'm going to use this one. So I'm going to put this brown, it's just a brown line. And I'm going to put that at my bottom. And then any extra you can just use to kind of cut off the edge. I'm going to make a wavy line at the top with my orange, just to get it a little more color. I'm just going to kind of go in a little zigzag pattern. I'm going to go up and down. And any excess I'm going to pinch off. And I'm just going to use my fingers just to kind of make these a little more sharper. Okay. I got that. All right, so we got that one. And then the next one I'm going to do, it's going to be, let's see. So if you have a 6-pack, I actually have a bigger flower in here too. So I'm actually going to add that to my cactus one. So I'm just going to put a little bit of water in the center. I'm going to put a little bit of yellow. And I'm going to use that one for my cactus. So that will go together. And then my next one, it's going to be a piñata. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to get each of my colors. I'm going to roll them with my fingers like this. All right, so I want to do that to each of the colors because I kind of want to make the lines all the way across. So you're not going to really see this. You're just going to have the shape, but it's going to be in a bunch of different colors. Let's see, and then I need blue, and then my yellow. So I'm going to use all my colors except for my brown and my white. I'm just kind of rolling it back and forth. And then my blue. So this was an extra piece. I can kind of maybe put it up here if I wanted. I think I'll do that just to make it, just so I can use it. I'm going to cut off the excess. Okay, and then back to what I was doing. So I'm just rolling it in my hands, or you can roll it on your mat. That's easier. Okay, so we're gonna sponge our little piñata. All right, so I'm just gonna go straight across. So I'm gonna press down on the parts that are wet. And I'm just gonna press down, and then I'm just gonna cut off the little excess pieces. All right, so I have that one. I'm gonna get my toothpick, and I'm just gonna kind of make some little lines. I'm gonna go with the blue. I'm gonna cut off. And then make your little lines. Let's see, and then we'll do the yellow. So the yellow is going to be where the belly's at, so we don't need to cut anything off. You can kind of just make your lines. Let's see, so we did red, blue, orange, yellow. And then we're gonna, oh, you know what, we have green too, I forgot green. So then I'll go ahead and get my green rolled. And you don't want it too thick, so just kind of keep rolling it back and forth. It should be, excuse me, it should be getting thinner. Almost forgot about this one. Okay, so then we're gonna add our green. And then you're gonna make your little lines. I don't know if you can see the lines on there. Okay, and then we're gonna start back at the beginning. So then we're gonna go back to red. Oops, I forgot yellow. So go through all your colors and then you're gonna start back at the beginning. So we gotta get our yellow. And then you're gonna make the lines. And then we're gonna go back to the red. So red, make the lines. Oops, I got a little bit of blue right there, so you know what, I'm just gonna make a little polka dot right there. Why not? Just gonna cover that up. When you make mistakes, it's all right, you just cover them up. It's not a big deal. So maybe I'll put another color over here just to kind of hide my mistake. And then maybe I'll put a green one down here. Okay, so let's see, we got red, so we need blue. And we're just doing it right where you don't have to do it on the base like I did. If you want to do it first and then add it to your base, that's probably a better idea. I'm just kind of trying to get this done, so. Okay, and then orange. You can kind of use your fingers to cut it too if you can. Let's see, orange and then green. We got green. Let's see, and then yellow. So we're almost done. We're going all the way up the ladder. So the shape I gave you is basically just the template. Let's see, and then red's gonna be the ear. So kind of just make a little ear. All right, and then I wanna add maybe a little eyeball on there. So I'm just gonna get some of my brown, just a tiny little bit. Put a little bit of water right there. And maybe actually, you know what? I'm gonna use the white. I'll use the white and then the brown. So I got my little white on there. And then I'm gonna put a little tiny bit of brown just to make the little pupil. Okay, so he has one ear sticking up. I want to add another ear. So I'm just gonna make a tiny little triangle with my fingers like that. I'm just gonna add another ear on there. So he has two. And then we want to add a tail. So this extra little pieces that we have, if you just kind of bunch some of them up together, we can kind of make a little tail. And I'm just gonna pinch it off. So I kind of just bunched some of the pieces together. I just want to make a little tail. And I don't need it too big, so I'm just gonna cut some of this off. And then I'm just gonna make some lines. I'm gonna put a little bit of water. And then I'm just gonna add a little tail. So this is our piñata. All right, so once we have all 6 done, you can get your icing bags. And we're gonna ice our cupcakes. So to do that, you're going to get your icing bag. You're gonna get your scissors. And we wanna cut it about 1.5 inches, so about right here. And you're gonna use the bag just like this to ice your cupcake. So you're gonna get your cupcake. You're gonna get your bag, you're gonna squeeze. You're gonna start right at your edge, and you're just gonna squeeze and go all the way around, and then stop. All right, so if you got your cupcake iced, you can get your toppers and you can add those to your cupcake. And then add your sprinkles. Add some sprinkles on there. All right, and then you're gonna add your next cupcake. I'm just gonna go ahead and cut the next color. All right, so you're gonna squeeze, you're gonna go all the way around. And you're gonna add your topper, add your sprinkles. So if you have the 6-pack cupcakes, you're gonna have 3 different colors. If you have the 4-pack, you're gonna have 2 different colors. All right, so I got 2 more I have to ice. Let's see, my tacos, I'm gonna do that in white. All right, so my tacos that I made, I'm just gonna stick right on my icing, like that. They look so good. Put my sprinkles on. All right, and then I'm gonna open up my next bag because I have the 6-pack. Got my cupcake iced, and then I'm gonna ice my last one. All right, I'm gonna add my toppers, add my sprinkles, add a little bit on top. All right, so if you have the 6-pack, your cupcakes could possibly look like this, or they could look different, but that's up to you.